Most haunted places on Earth. We are all scared of ghosts. Whether you see one in a haunted movie or have had the chance to witness something like this in real life, today we will be looking at some of the haunted places on Earth. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. 5. Alcatraz, USA. Alcatraz, the notorious jail that once housed some equally notorious inmates, including the gangster Al Capone, has received accounts of paranormal activity from visitors, former inmates, and guards. In the 1980s, while waiting for a tour group, Leon Whitey Thompson, a former prisoner who later led tours of the facility, claimed to have seen a large, looming figure at the end of Michigan Avenue. He insisted that it was the ghost of an inmate named Johnny House, with whom he had developed a close friendship. Other visitors have reported hearing cries and wailing, and lately tourists in San Francisco were able to capture the image of a woman through a jail window. 4. Salem, Massachusetts, USA. The infamous Salem witch trials took place there, where 20 people, mostly women, were hung for having satanic relations and using magic to harm the town's children. The Lyceum Bar and Grill, which was constructed on the site of an apple orchard Bridget Bishop formerly owned, is said to be haunted by Bridget Bishop, the first woman to be executed. Rich farmer Giles Corey was another well-known participant in the trials. It is now thought that Corey was a target due to his wealth, because the property of the guilty would be distributed among the other residents of the community. His enraged ghost has reportedly been spotted roaming the Howard Street Cemetery, the oldest cemetery in the city. The House of Seven Gables has also been the site of paranormal activity, with a general oppressive atmosphere, as well as a rocking chair that has appeared to move by itself. 3. Hellfire Club, Montpelier Hill, Ireland. The Hellfire Club was a hunting lodge built in 1925 for William Connolly, an Irish parliamentary speaker. The stones of the buildings are from ancient passage tombs, said to have angered the devil, which first associated the site with the supernatural. The lodge reportedly became a gathering place for a small group of Dublinerites who met for debauchery and devil worship. Its ruins sit atop the summit of Montpelier Hill in the foothills of the Dublin Mountains. Tales of animal sacrifice, black masses, cloven-hoofed men, and murder are linked to the structure. The most popular tale tells of a visit by a satanic creature, in the form of a man, who was only discovered when one of the players dropped a card and on picking it up, noticed the guest had cloven feet. On his discovery, the creature disappeared in a ball of flames. There are stories about a big black cat, the size of a dog, who took on a priest and haunts the lodge. The most regular ghostly visitor is a young lady, believed to have been placed in a barrel, set on fire, and rolled down the hill for fun. 2. Bhangar Fort, India. Bhangar Fort is a fort city constructed in the 17th century and is made up of 3 opulent layers of fort walls, bazaars, havelis, royal palaces, and several temples. The fact that these remains are beautiful should not deceive you, as they are considered to be India's most haunted fort. The former fort of Bhangar is now an archaeological site called the House of Ghosts. You can hire a tour guide to show you around the location and explain its eerie history, but be sure to visit in daylight, as the fort is closed between sunset and sunrise, with locals convinced that anyone who spends the night amongst the ruins will never be seen again. 1. Myrtles Plantation, USA. Situated in the small town of Street Francisville, northwest of New Orleans, is the mansion of Myrtles Plantation. The Myrtles Plantation has been labeled one of America's most haunted estates, and is said to have been constructed on the site of an ancient Indian burial ground. 10 killings are rumored to have taken place in the residence. A haunted mirror is said to be home to the ghosts of Sarah Woodruff and her children who once resided there, as well as the ghost of a former slave wearing a green turban. The ghost of William Winter, who was allegedly shot on the front porch, is equally unsettling. It has been said that his spirit, who is writhing in pain from the gunshot wound, has been seen climbing the steps. Legends and ghost stories also include the tale of a former slave named Chloe, who had her ear chopped off after she was caught eavesdropping. She got her revenge by poisoning a birthday cake and killing 2 of the plantation owner's daughters, but then she was hung by her fellow slaves. Chloe now wanders around the plantation, wearing a turban to conceal her severed ear. Anyway, this wraps up our video for today. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments section down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel while you're at it.